What were you first introduced into Bediuzzaman's writings?
Well, I was actually first introduced to Islam in January 2007. And I was introduced to Bediuzzaman Said Nursi's writings around June 2008. And I actually embraced Islam in December 2009.
What was your first impressions of Bediuzzaman's writings?
I had a positive first impression of Bediuzzaman's writings, of his intellectual approach that he used, providing parables and whatnot for the existence of Allah, and using scientific examples as well.
How would you compare Bediuzzaman's writings with other Islamic scholars you've read?
I think Bediuzzaman, he used simplistic and logical parables, which is very different than some of the other writers. In fact, some of the first books that I read on Bediuzzaman, of course, was a brief biography of Bediuzzaman Said Nursi, Belief in Man, which was from the 23rd word from the Rasail-in-Nur collection, and also the 23rd flash from the Rasail-in-Nur collection, Nature, Cause and Effect. And I just want to read one of the impossibilities from that he states in the book. It's actually the second impossibility of unbelief. And if everything is not attributed to an all-powerful and all-glorious one, who is the single one of unity, but is attributed to causes, it necessitates that many of the elements and causes present in the universe intervene in the being of every animate creature, whereas that different and mutually opposing and conflicting causes should come together of their own accord in complete order, with the finest balance and in perfect concord in being of a tiny creature, like a fly, is such an obvious impossibility that anyone with even an iota of a consciousness would say, this is impossible, it could not be. The tiny body of a fly is connected with most of the elements and causes in the universe. Indeed, it is a summary of them. If it is not attributed to the pre-eternal and all-powerful one, it is necessary for those material causes to be themselves present in the immediate vicinity of the fly. Rather, for them all to enter into its tiny body, and even for them to enter each of the cells of its eye, which are a minute samples of its body. For if a cause is of a material nature, it is necessary for it to be present in the immediate vicinity of and inside its effect. And this necessitates accepting that the constituents and elements of the universe are physically present inside that minute cell. A place too small even for the tip of its antenna, that they work there in harmony like a master. A way such as this then shames even the most foolish of its sophists. So we see here that Bediuzzaman breaks it down very simply, where it's very impossible to deny the existence of Allah.
Very much. Okay. You come to our Saturday meetings where we discuss Islamic topics about Risale and other Islamic topics. How do you find these Saturday meetings to be beneficial?
Well, when I was first introduced, I was invited to a series of lectures, and I felt it was a very comfortable setting, especially for someone first being introduced to Islam, to to come and learn about Islam, learning about Bediuzzaman, his writings, and I think that it should be implemented everywhere.
Is there any other comments or things you'd like to say?
Well, yeah, actually, when reading a brief biography of Bediuzzaman Pt.2, you really felt the struggles that he went through, when Islamic Turkey was, in essence, falling apart during that time by some of the larger powers, if you will. And when reading this, you kind of get interested, would like to see, how exactly Islamic Turkey is now, and how Bediuzzaman, because of his writings, revived Islam, in Turkey and all around the world. So with that, I would love to see Turkey, Islamic Turkey, one day. So inshallah, through some of the programs and whatnot,